Well, we are on the go with Joe, and if you want to unwind with a cocktail this weekend, he is learning how you can enjoy a professionally made drink at home.
Okay, I don't know if you read ahead in the script, but you're going to be pleasantly surprised by this. And Joe, you didn't know this going out to do this story today. Cocktails to go are now temporarily legal in Oregon as restaurants remain closed to in-person dining. Joe is in North Portland learning more about the drinks available from Quaintrelle. And Joe, Shauna is always over the moon about this place.
I love Quaintrelle. It's one of my favorite restaurants in Portland.
Yeah, you know, guys, it's funny you say that because right before we go on air, Melissa, who is the crack PR person here for Quaintrelle, mentioned that Shauna Parsons is a regular here. So she might be familiar with the work of Camille Cabin. Camille, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, so they're known for great food. Obviously, we're going to show you one of the dishes right here. Now, I don't know, Shauna, if you've ever had the mussels, they smell amazing. Green curry mussels, wow. But as Kim and Shauna were saying, we can now do cocktails for go here in Oregon, which is great news for restaurants like you guys. And we're going to talk about those first. But before we get to those, you guys, even before that, have been doing these kits where people can basically take everything but the alcohol home and make cocktails, right? Tell me about those first.
Absolutely. So this was kind of something I've had in my back pocket for a lot of years. And as soon as we went on lockdown, I thought, we need to be able to bring cocktails to the people. We need to be able to go home. I want people to feel empowered. I want people to be able to make it at home and not feel discouraged. So I thought outside the box a little bit and started making all my own syrups and making all my garnishes and putting in a box for people to take home.
There you go. So, and what are these? This is a hot buttered rum?
Yep.
Kind of
So
deal?
this one is just for the wintertime.
Gotcha.
I'm going to extend it just for a couple more weeks, but this is my own hot buttered rum mix, little hot toddy mix. Give you instructions, recipes, all sorts of garnishes, all that stuff. And then the other cocktail kit is going to be one that rotates. This is a tropical, low ABV, bubbly, fun cocktail if you want to escape.
Okay, so those are ones that you kind of assemble on your own. But now, with the state allowing to-go cocktails, this is brand new. You've been doing these for what, about a week and a half now, maybe 2 weeks?
Yep.
Tell me about these.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Well, first, one of the things I want to say is that I just want to applaud everyone who's worked so hard, all the bartenders and managers and people in our industry who've worked really hard, written letters and talked to people, called to make sure that this happens. So I think that's really, really beautiful, wonderful thing for the industry. So yes, I am doing 4 cocktails right now to go that you can pick up through Talk. So 2 shaken, 2 stirred. We have a little tropical. We have a little mezcal Negroni. We have a little bit of old-fashioned kind of play. And then just for the month of January, I'm doing a little mocktail for people.
And that's for people that don't want alcohol. So
yeah.
There you go. So, and the first thing I noticed when I came in, I was like, that is not for one person. I mean, that's a real healthy pour. Tell me a little bit. So how many drinks do you get out of one of these?
So you get 2 and then some. So about 2.5. It's perfect. It's intended for 2 people or 1 person over a course of a couple nights or whatever you want to do. I just don't want people to, just have one and done, and be able to have a little piece of Quaintrelle and be able to extend it over a couple nights.
One and done has never been a phrase that's been uttered in my house. I don't know about yours. And now people should know, if you order these, the state regulation requires that you also get food as well. So I was showing the mussels here, which, by the way, they smell even better than they look. Tell me a little about the food here, just for people that haven't dined here, like Shauna Parsons has.
So the food is absolutely, first of all, it's beautiful, incredibly well sourced, very thoughtful. It's very outside the box as well. A lot of it comes from Chef Riley Eckersley. He has lived all over the world, and so a lot of that is from his upbringing, from his travels. So very sustainable, very seasonal, but there's a lot of Mediterranean spices, a lot of Eastern European. There's a lot going on there.
It's a really diverse menu. So real quickly, we just got a couple seconds left. Where do people order your food and your drinks? Where do they get them?
Everything's going to be on Talk. You can prepay, you can pick up, do all the to-go stuff through Talk. Or you can go to Open Table and reserve a spot for a tent.
Should mention, yes, they do have an outdoor tented area with a couple tables, so if you want to check that as well. Yep. Camille, thank you very much, guys. Coming up a little bit later, we are going to show you how she whips up these delicious to-go cocktails a little bit later in the show. Let's send it back to you.
You know what I'll say, too? The menu is really unique, but it also can be really intimidating because you don't recognize half the words on it. So just ask the server. I have had to ask about, like, everything I've ever ordered. I'm like, what is this? What is this? What is this?
User-friendly place.
But it's
delicious.
Yeah. Sounds weird, tastes great. Thanks, Joe.